Only 3 games remain for the Texas Stars here on home ice at HEB Center as they welcome the Tucson Roadrunners. Hello everyone, welcome into another series preview. Brian Tosti joining you. And a very exciting matchup for the Stars facing off with the Roadrunners. When you go back to last week's set with the Cleveland Monsters, Texas came away with 2 wins in the 3 games, and they forced 1 to overtime. And overall, one of the best sets that the Texas Stars have had this entire season.
Big picture, I like the way we played consecutively for 3 nights. I think that's something that's eluded us for a little bit over the last month. So to get some consistency within our own game was a big focus. It's important now that you kind of shake off the previous series and regroup and refocus here on Tucson.
As Coach Graham mentioned, probably one of the most complete efforts for the Stars so far this season. And a lot of that was led by Adam Shield between the pipes. A lot of progression for him made up in the last week. And that had to do with a lot of the practice time he was given prior to the matchup against the Monsters.
Yeah, no, he's been very steady. I think practice time, to be quite frank. He met us on the road to start our 15-day trip with 8 games. And we were playing so much hockey over the last month in general. We didn't have any team practice time besides your touches and morning skate, twice a week type thing. So to actually practice not only allows you to work on things, maybe get a little more comfortable with the speed and pace of play at this level. It also lets you settle in with your teammates, have some fun, with the guys, get around the locker room in a different atmosphere other than the intensity of a game format all the time. And I think that just allowed him to settle in. I thought he looked very calm in net in the last series, and I thought his rebound control and his movements were quiet. So those are all good things, and I think he's getting better each game.
The only series for the Stars you could argue was better than the last one against the Monsters was the first matchup with the Tucson Roadrunners. The Stars swept Tucson in 3 games in Arizona and picked up 14 goals in 3 games of those matchups against the Roadrunners. But it's not necessarily apples to apples going into this overall matchup. A lot has changed since those matchups in early March.
They had a very good team then. They still do now. They've been playing some very tough opponents in that Pacific Division. They're coming off a 9-2 win versus San Diego, who's a terrific hockey team. So we're going to have to bring our best game tonight. And I think those are the fun challenges. They have a PK. I think they're 1.1 percentage points out of first place in the league on the PK. It's an area of strength for them, so we have to make sure our power play is outworking them. We're crisp with our puck movement. And in turn, we're also not lackadaisical because they'll jump on loose pucks. So, we've had a few days to prepare. Our guys are in a good mind space, and we're excited now to get this next series going.
Identical stretches for the Stars and the Roadrunners coming into this matchup. 4-5-1 in the last 10 games, but a lot of it is what have you done for me lately, and both of these teams are playing exceptional hockey going into this stretch.
Right now it's important we stay present in what we're trying to do, and for me 6 games is still a lot of hockey left. A lot of things can go right, a lot of things can go wrong, and I think it's important that you just stay present. And today's a big day for our group. After having a successful week last week, 5 to 6 points, what do we do now? Do we come out urgent? We can't feel too content. We have to make sure we're that much hungrier to come back here today, and that's kind of the focus right now for us.
Stars fans also getting to see a new face in the organization, Maverick Bourque, 2020 first-round selection by the Dallas Stars. He is in town and looks set to make his AHL debut this week.
He's here and he's here to play. So he's a great kid. I've had a chance to speak with him and talk with him, and he's excited for the opportunity in front of him. So he's here to play, and we want to make sure we get him up to speed.
Only 3 games left at HEB Center, so the time is running out for you to join us. So make sure you hop on the web to TexasStars.com to grab tickets. If you can't join us this week for the 3 games in the next 4 days, make sure you hop online to go to theahl.com and follow along to all the games. You can also watch on ahltv.com as well. Brian Tosti, thanking you so much for joining us. This has been another series preview. We'll see you here at HEB Center.